All right, so there's a fairly interesting piece out in the Wall Street Journal. It's actually from a couple of days ago. I'm a bit late to this one. This piece is titled "Joe Biden Finds Bernie Sanders' Donors Elusive." And so basically, it does a breakdown of how barely any Bernie Sanders supporters have donated to Joe Biden. So some of the math on that, it says 2.2 million people donated to Bernie Sanders. Just 60,000 of that group gave to Joe Biden. And I would honestly imagine that they're probably pretty small donations, those 60,000 that gave it to him. Quote, "It's not an ATM. You can't just tap it and it spits out money," the Sanders campaign's former digital communications director on the vaunted email list. It says Biden got big fundraising bumps when Sanders endorsed him when he used Warren's email list, and he has a huge virtual Buttigieg event coming up. Plus, some 200,000 people who hadn't given to any 2020 candidate donated to Biden last month. So, the thing about the general election, I'm not sure where the numbers change on this, but the general election is just this massive orgy of money. It's just a ton of money. Like, it's everything that's wrong with politics. Everyone just goes and figures out how can I raise the most money. They raise much more. I think the rules are much more lax than they are in the primary, but it just gets absolutely insane. I think Hillary Clinton raised like $1 billion on her campaign, still lost, by the way. So everyone just sells out, and I don't think that Bernie supporters donating would, necessarily mean anything in terms of the raw numbers. But Bernie, obviously those would bring down the average donation numbers, which is probably what they want. But there's an obvious reason. I'm hoping that the Joe Biden campaign looks at this and is like, oh, wait a second, why are they not donating? Well, it's because you don't offer us anything. I would certainly. The idea of donating to Joe Biden is so foreign and so incredibly ridiculous to me that it's never even crossed my mind. Literally, the idea of voting for Joe Biden is something that is so difficult for me to do, which I don't plan on doing. But the idea of donating to Joe Biden's campaign is even further crazy to me because he doesn't offer me anything. He just simply doesn't offer me anything. And so if he wants to get some donations from Bernie supporters, um, what you could do, I guess, is, try to reach out and not with the phony, task forces and all this nonsense. Actually pick key Bernie Sanders people to serve in your administration, if that's what you want to do. Okay, you could pick some people to serve in your admin to have real positions of power and real influence. But he's not going to do that because we know who Joe Biden. Remember, Joe Biden said that he's serving as a transition for the Pete Buttigieg of the world, which I would never vote for a candidate like that, nor donate to that candidate because I think Pete Buttigieg is the devil. I think he represents everything that's wrong with politics, and I think we need to destroy him and his entire chance of winning anything in the future at any point whatsoever. So, are you going to donate to Joe Biden? Let me know down below in the comment section.